ADHD and autism can sometimes look surprisingly similar. You might get distracted easily, feel overwhelmed in busy places, become completely absorbed in things you enjoy, or sometimes find social situations difficult. So, how do you know if it's ADHD, autism, or maybe even both? Here's where it gets interesting. Two people can behave in almost the same way, but for completely different reasons. And that's why ADHD and autism can be so easy to confuse. First, let's talk about focus. People with ADHD often have trouble controlling where their attention goes. Something boring might be incredibly hard to focus on, while something exciting can keep their attention for hours. Autistic people can also become deeply focused, especially on things that really interest them. And sometimes, switching their attention away from something they're deeply interested in can be difficult. So both people may look completely absorbed in something, but the bigger picture can be different. Second, social situations can be difficult for both. Someone with ADHD might interrupt, get distracted while another person is talking, or forget what they were about to say. With autism, the challenge may be different. It might be harder to understand someone's tone, pick up on hints, know when it's your turn to speak, or understand what someone really means when they don't say it directly. From the outside, both people might seem to struggle with conversation, but they may be struggling for different reasons. Third, their relationship with routine can be different. Many people with ADHD actually like having routines. A routine can make life easier and help them remember what needs to be done. The problem is, sticking to that routine can sometimes be difficult. For some autistic people, routine and predictability can be especially important. Knowing what will happen next can feel comfortable, while an unexpected change of plans can be difficult or stressful. So someone with ADHD may struggle to stick to a routine, while an autistic person may struggle when a familiar routine suddenly changes. But remember, this won't be true for everyone. Fourth, both can feel overwhelmed by their surroundings. Imagine walking into a crowded shopping mall. People are talking, music is playing, lights are flashing, people are moving everywhere. For some autistic people, sounds, lights, smells, textures, or crowded places can feel much more intense. People with ADHD can also be sensitive to what's happening around them and may find it difficult to ignore all those distractions. Either person might eventually think, "I need to get somewhere quiet." The reaction may look similar, even when the reason behind it is different. Fifth, both can become mentally exhausted very quickly. Imagine two people leaving the same party and both feel completely drained. The person with ADHD may have spent the evening trying to ignore distractions, follow conversations, remember what people were saying, and stop themselves from interrupting. The autistic person may have been dealing with loud music, crowds, social cues, unexpected conversations, or trying hard to behave in ways that feel socially expected. Both leave exhausted. Same party, similar feeling, different reasons. And here's something really important. ADHD and autism are not always an either-or question. You can have both. And when someone has both, life can sometimes feel a little contradictory. You might really want structure, but struggle to stick to it. You might constantly look for something interesting or exciting, but then become overwhelmed when there's too much happening. You might enjoy being around people, but still need a lot of quiet time afterward. That's one reason ADHD and autism can sometimes be difficult to tell apart. So, ADHD or autism? Don't try to answer that question based on one habit, one personality trait, or one video. Instead, think about the bigger picture. What difficulties keep happening? When do they happen? Have they been there since you were young? And how much do they affect your everyday life? Having some of these experiences does not automatically mean you have ADHD, autism, or both. Stress, poor sleep, anxiety, depression, and other problems can sometimes cause similar difficulties. If these difficulties keep happening and they're seriously affecting your daily life, consider talking to a qualified healthcare professional. A proper assessment looks at your whole story, not just a few symptoms. Now tell me in the comments, before watching this video, what did you think was the biggest difference between ADHD and autism? And if you enjoy understanding the psychology behind everyday behavior, like and subscribe to the Psyversity for more psychology and self-improvement content. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.